I'm answering a question that I got after last week's Sunday video, asking that how do I know that I am completely surrendered to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and I am in trust that things are working out for me and things are gonna start, showing up in my reality. First of all, you're at peace. And so you're not worried about the how and the when. You're not attached to any outcome. You don't have any expectations towards your person. And I told you guys that unconditional love is when you're feeling love towards your person no matter how they're acting and being. It doesn't mean that you have to be interacting with them in any way. I would say focus on yourself and don't interact with your person, because that's the only way that you're going to be able to focus on yourself. Stop interacting with them when you feel like you shouldn't be interacting with them. And here I'm not talking about inspired action. Inspired action, you should always go with that little tiny voice that is telling you to do something. And if you're talking about your health, what are things that you feel like doing today that you can do for yourself that help you believe in your end, believe that you're already healthy, you're already cured? Are you just sitting around on the couch worried and thinking about the worst case scenarios? Or are you getting up, taking a walk, eating something that's healthy, cooking something for yourself, having a meal that you like? And if you're waiting on clients, if you just opened your business and you're waiting on clients or views, are you actively concentrated on yourself and on what you can control? Or are you worried about your customers to come in? The customers are gonna come in, but the question is, are you ready for that? Because sometimes we want something and we're in a rush, but we're not recognizing that we might not be ready for the thing. I told you guys, divine timing is not in the sense of the time that it's gonna or it's needing. It's in the experience and the things that we need to undergo before we are ready to take on this thing or receive this thing that we want. Seems like everyone, most of us are in a rush to reach the finish line or reach the goal, reach the end. And we're not enjoying the journey, enjoying the moment right now, enjoying what is in front of us, as it is part of the unfolding. But you guys are not able to see it because you're busy thinking about what the other person is doing or what's happening over there, what's not here in front of me. And I want you guys to focus on what is in front of you, because that is all what you need to do. You need to focus on what is over here right now in this moment, because that is your power. Every time you look at someone else or something else outside of you and say it's their fault, it's because of this commercial that it's not doing good, it's because of what he's saying or what he's doing, you're giving them your power. You guys are still saying let me see what she said or what she did or what she's done or she didn't do that got me here in this situation. And I tell you guys, it's only energy. It's nothing that they did or they said or happened. It's only alignment. Focus on yourself and try to figure out when you know that when they do something and you say it's something within me, so I have to go within myself and try to work with it. That is when you hit the jackpot. That is when you're doing everything right. That is when you got it right and everything is going to turn out well for you. That is when you know that you're doing the work. And we talked about also being in your end, knowing that what you want, it has already happened. You talk about it, you feel it, you affirm it. The new thought patterns that you're creating, and you're thinking a lot because what you want happened. What you want came to fruition. You don't need to do or be in a certain way or say the right words to the person. You guys think we're supposed to tell the person something or do something differently or something outside of yourself in order to bring what you want. But that's not the case. It's actually the opposite. You have to go within yourself and check where you're feeling lackful, where you don't feel worthy, how you don't feel loved, how you feel ignored. You tell me like it's certain societal things or my past or whatever. That all doesn't matter. It's all energy. Nothing is in who you are or who you were or who you're being right now. It's only energy and alignment. And so focus on yourself and allow the other person the time and the space, and allow yourself time and space to heal and to grow. Things are gonna work your way. And here is a success story for you guys. Even though I said I wasn't gonna do this because this is external validation and this is you looking outside of yourself, but I am going to mention to you guys one success story that I had with a client. She was talking to this person and this person was not interested. He was interested in the beginning, but then he lost interest. And so he told her that it's not going to work anymore, that things are not going to continue in this way. He's not able to because he's not feeling anything for her anymore. And so then she didn't want to accept that. She kept trying to reach out, speaking with him or saying something. He ended up blocking her everywhere. She didn't have access to him anymore. She even had different people like check up on him or see what he's doing, what he's up to. And then she reached out to me needing help because she really wanted this person. She wanted to experience something with this person. She felt like God was guiding her to this person. So how is it that God is guiding me, and then when I try to, act upon it, it's not working? And this is when I told her that she has to look within herself. She has to start the work on herself if she really wants this. And so I gave her some steps that she needed to do, different things that she needed, exercises that she needs to work on. Within a couple weeks of this work, a couple week or two of consistent work on herself, only focusing on herself and not even thinking about the other person, he texted her. He reached out to her. You could see that she shifted, her energy shifted. It's not what she was telling him or what she was doing with him or how she was communicating with him, but it was how she was concentrated on herself and only focused on herself. And when she did the work, the energy shifted. Her energy shifted. When her energy shifted, he felt that. You don't need to tell the other person anything. You don't need to do anything for the other person to know. They are feeling your energy. When he felt her energy shift, he reached out to her. He told her that he is interested in her. He wanted to pursue a relationship with her. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys, is that you don't need to tell the other person anything. They already feel everything. It's all vibration. It's all energy. It's all alignment. So focus on yourself and allow this to be your season. Allow this to be the season where you focus on yourself, where you love yourself, where you're doing your goals, you're building up your dreams, and don't focus on the other person. Focus on yourself. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys in the next one.